Amaterasu. Amaterasu is the first pillar and a survivor of the Great Cataclysm. After the catastrophe, Yona found and took Amaterasu to use her Adolla Burst and ignition ability to rebuild civilization, turning into a literal human battery. Locked inside the Amaterasu generator, she spent years fueling Tokyo without ever knowing it. Though we didn't see much of Amaterasu in the anime or manga, she still played a big role in the story. Using her Adolla Link, she can appear before other pillars, like what she did to Shinra during the Special Fire Force Company 4 arc. In that chapter, she manipulates Shinra to kill Company 4's captain, but fails as Shinra snaps back to his senses. This encounter later helped Shinra conclude two things. First, she is the power behind the Amaterasu generator, and second, Iris is Amaterasu's doppelganger. Yeah, not exactly the church girl that Iris thought she was. As the first pillar, Amaterasu's most important role is fueling the Eternity-style thermal power generation. It sounds brutal, and it definitely is, but the Tokyo Empire saw it as a blessing. And even after Haumea absorbed her powers in the Adolla realm, unleashing the Light of Madness, a nuclear blast-level explosion, she still powers Tokyo. Hajima Industries, the company controlling her, knows full well about the human cost and continues to seek more Adolla Bursts to fuel a second Amaterasu, despite the 8th company's efforts to stop them. Even with all the resistance, Amaterasu's soul remains trapped, and her energy continues to sustain the Empire. It's a chilling reminder of the lengths to which the Evangelist will go to achieve another great cataclysm. Haumea. Haumea, the second pillar, is one of the White-Clad's strongest members. She's the only pillar who can control Amaterasu's powers through her Adolla Link, a unique ability that will drive some of the story's biggest twists. When it comes to abilities, Haumea's is far from basic. Her ignition ability lets her control electrical signals in the brain, which means she can turn people into puppets by messing with their nerves. Plus, she can even read minds or talk to people telepathically with her Radiohead technique. Like a monkey, Haumea can swing through the air and cling to metal using electromagnetism. However, she's powerless against plasma, a weakness shown in her fight against Arthur. But her insane powers don't stop there. You see, her powers expand when she absorbs abilities from other pillars, gaining precognition from Inca and vibrations from Sumire, becoming nearly untouchable. But her strongest power gain is when she absorbs Amaterasu's energy and unleashes the catastrophic Light of Madness, a blast similar to an atomic bomb explosion. This act cements her as a central figure in the Evangelist's plan, accelerating the Great Cataclysm. At the end, Haumea took a different turn. After an emotional plea from Shinra, Haumea finds peace and redemption, eventually marrying Karen in the epilogue. Sho Kusakabe, the commander of the Knights of the Ashen Flame, Sho Kusakabe, moves through battle like a ghost in a frozen world. Despite his size, Sho looks so intense, probably because of his crimson eyes and white hair that match his serious expression. That intensity, however, isn't the only thing that makes Sho Kusakabe so formidable in combat. It's his power to slow down time. The best display of this power comes in his fight against his brother, Shinra Kusakabe. Their battle was epic. Sho slows time by cooling the universe's expansion, while Shinra, on the other hand, moves at the speed of light with his Adolla Burst technique. A showdown of speed between brothers, Sho once again displayed his speed prowess in his fight against Joker to save his brother Shinra. It was a shocking moment for everyone. And if you guessed who won the fight, it's obviously Sho. A little flashback before these amazing yet touching moments happened. Sho was kidnapped by the White-Clad as a baby after awakening his Adolla Burst, and the tragic incident that separated him from his big brother. From then on, he was raised as a loyal servant of the White-Clad and was molded into the Evangelist's obedient tool. Later on, he crossed paths with Shinra, which leads us to those epic showdowns. They continued their connection through Adolla Link, and in the Great Cataclysm arc, they both found themselves fighting together against the Evangelist. One of the best character developments among the pillars, if you ask me. Shinra Kusakabe. Fire Force's main character, Shinra Kusakabe, is a fearless firefighter of Special Fire Force Company 8. He is often seen as mischievous because of his devilish grin. I mean, who could blame these people? But underneath that is a man with a deep sense of purpose. Shinra didn't join Company 8 just to save people from spontaneous human combustion, but also to unfold the mysteries that destroyed his family. Like his little brother, Sho, he awakened his Adolla Burst as a child. His Adolla Burst ability is called the Devil's Footprints. As the story's MC, it must be an OP ability. And yes, It is because Devil's Footprints allows him to ignite, control, and utilize flames from his feet. With its god-tier speed, he was able to travel through Adolla, linking with others and tapping into immense power. He's also proven to have great durability and ultra-fast reflexes, as seen in his fight against his younger brother. To top it off, he can also further amplify his powers. This is called the hysterical strength. During this state, he can use 100% of his ignition ability. Because of that, he was able to overpower stronger characters like Haumea. That's not all. In the Adolla arc, things get even more interesting for Shinra as he becomes the Shinra Bansho man, solidifying his transformation into a powerhouse. After successfully stopping the Second Great Cataclysm and defeating the Evangelist, Shinra gains the power to reshape reality itself. He uses this god-tier ability to create a new world where people no longer suffer from spontaneous human combustion. This MC has proven to us that he's more than just a guy with a creepy smile. He's a legendary hero, Inca Kasugatani. Inca Kasugatani is the masochistic fifth pillar, known to many as the Fire Thief and a member of the White-Clad. A street-smart girl, Inca uses her ability to smell flame pathways to save people in exchange for something, gaining a reputation as the Fire Thief. But doing this isn't enough for her. She wants more thrill. That's why when Company 8 and White-Clad chased her, she voluntarily joined the latter, for her thirst for a chaotic ride. Being the fifth pillar, Inca possesses both an ignition ability and an Adolla Burst. Inca's precognition ability allows her to predict how fires will spread, explosions will trigger, and how ignition abilities will act. She also showed that she could dodge attacks during her fight against Karen. Eventually, her abilities got a new buff. From just being able to smell flames, she could now see the flame pathways. But that's not everything. You see, she can also ignite an explosion with the flick of her finger. Inca's deep ties with Adolla allow her to sense strong emotions from other Adolla users and even predict future awakenings. Inca's story takes a dark turn when she's sacrificed by Haumea, but instead of desiring death, she develops a twisted craving for life. In her meeting with Shinra, she doesn't seek a relationship, but rather his seed, hoping to leave a legacy in her chaotic pursuit of thrill. Nataku Son. Nataku Son is a child who awakened Adolla Burst, controlled by others to unleash his destructive powers. This kid's life pulled up a Spider-Man twist when he was bitten by a bug, unlocking catastrophic abilities. Hajima Industries took custody of Nataku during the Special Fire Force Company 1 arc. They experimented on him, which led to Nataku awakening his Adolla Burst. When his abilities fully manifest, he's able to make fire beams that can cut through concrete. These were displayed during his test fights with Yuichiro Kurono. To make him even more deadly, Nataku can also emit radioactive energy into his surroundings. We witnessed that ability when Haumea manipulated Nataku using his fears. Nataku went on a rampage, causing mass devastation. He's so strong that it took both Shinra and Charon to stop him. Definitely not the kid you want to see throwing tantrums. At present, Nataku continues his training, trying to reconcile his immense power. Despite his inner turmoil, he remains a powerful force, both a weapon and a child who simply wants peace. Sumire. Once Sumire Sugita, was a loyal servant of the Evangelist, responsible for creating pillars and the deadly fire that destroyed St. Raphael's convent. Her Adolla Burst ability is both impactful and shocking to say the least. Though she looks kind of weak, her highly precise combat skills are deadly. She's a real baddie when she kills, as she does it in her motherly tone, all while being ruthless. Sumire is also considered a human vibrator. It may sound funny, but why? You see, Sumire can create vibrations with her body that can cause earthquakes. She does that by amplifying it with heat, turning kinetic energy into much bigger vibrations. In preparation for the next great cataclysm, she caused a very strong earthquake in Tokyo through her vibrations and Adolla Burst. This resulted in the rising of a stone pillar from the seabed. By the time we hit the post-Kusakabe history and Amaterasu arc, Sumire is all in on the great cataclysm. No turning back. She pops up in the Adolla to scold Company 8 for holding on to their hope and recounts her journey into serving the Evangelist. She's a woman on a mission. No distractions, no regrets, just a real world shaker. Iris? Iris is the 8th pillar and the doppelganger of Amaterasu, serving as a member of Special Fire Force Company 8. She specializes in healing and incantations rather than combat abilities. Iris's journey with Company 8 starts when she arrives to help exorcise an infernal at a train station. From then on, she's been in aid of her comrades and the people they rescue. However, Iris doesn't do only healing and exorcism, she's also their protector. This was shown when she demonstrated her immunity and ability to grant immunity from flames in their fight against the dragon. But probably Iris's biggest twist is when she finds out that she is Amaterasu's doppelganger. What an unexpected revelation. Another unexpected thing happened to her during the Stone Pillar arc. There, she discovers she has an Adolla Burst ability by being able to make small embers from her fingers. Through these events, Iris evolves from a devout sister into the powerful and self-assured 8th pillar, embracing her powers, her purpose, and the strength of those around her. There you have it, Fire Force's 8 pillars. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss our next videos. Bye.